Hey everyone, in this video, I'll be talking to you about the best way to learn history. Pretty much just the best way to study history. For those of you who are watching this video, maybe you're an undergrad, this video is mainly for you, but it never fails that in one of my classes, I usually have a student say, I don't like history, sir, I don't like history. And I get it. It's not for everyone. My usual response is, well, you've been taught wrong. And for the most part, we are taught history wrong in the secondary level and in the undergrad level. I usually tell my students that when you take history courses in high school, they're boring. And when you take history classes in the undergrad, they can also be boring too. There's mainly the introduction courses, 1301, 1302, your basic U.S. history survey class. They're just the basic class. Those can be boring. The ones that get really exciting is the upper undergrad courses. And of course, once you get into your graduate studies, then history really becomes fun. But here's the problem with history. And this is a book that I have to read for one of my courses. It's written by David Bevington, and he sums it up perfectly. Let me read this to you. He says, in undergrad is sometimes quite rightly described as reading history. The discipline in itself is a matter not of reading, but of research. So the best thing for you to do if you want to learn and study history is to write history. Yeah, reading books is fine. I'm not telling you don't read books. They're useful. But take a look at the sources that the author is writing. Grab those sources. Take a look at primary sources. Analyze primary sources on your own and write about them, because that is what a historian does. That is history. History is looking at sources and writing about the knowable past. And we know that by looking at the sources. So if you really want to learn history, like be a master of it, and you really want to be the best informed person in the room, then do research and write your own history. Take a look at primary sources. There are tons of websites that now have opened their primary sources to the general public, and not just academia, but to the general public. ProQuest, several databases out there that house primary sources. Take a look at these newspapers. Take a look at these reports. Take a look at primary sources. Get in the mindset of a historian. And if you want to find an answer, if you want to know about something, go and look for those sources. Analyze those sources. Of course, you need to have some sort of historical literacy. So don't throw off those books. Secondary sources have their use in our field, in our discipline. But that's the best advice I can give you. If you want to master, if you really want to know this history, then do the research and do the writing. That's the best thing you can do. Look at the sources. Is your author using these sources correctly? Are they misinterpreting it? Really look at it through a critical mindset. That'll really help you understand and learn history. I always tell my kids, hey, if you can teach it, then you know it. So, and it's just the basic of pedagogy. If you can teach a subject, then you know it, you understand it enough. So do that next time you have something. Hey, go dig sources. If you're reading a book on World War II, I got a book World War I down there. Look at what the sources are being used. Get a hold of those sources. Look them for yourself, and write your own piece of history. That's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day and great studies. Hit those books, everyone.